We are live. Hey y'all, welcome to the Lady and the Brat, Rapunzel K Brat. This is our podcast. We are here to get into it. We are here to spill the tea. We are here to talk about anything and everything going on in the Zal community. Because right now, child, it is a lot. Like I don't even know exactly how to say it, just without saying it. Like, and if anybody's not watching right now, that's okay. Feel free to join. If not, you can always watch the replay. So Rapunzel, I'm just gonna get into it. What is up with these DNTMs? What like is there something that I'm not seeing with
I
how
have
like
no,
these dog competitions are being run?
I have no clue because I'm not as active in the DNTM community. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Rapunzel. I don't have as many dolls as many other people, but it's something I'm still getting into. I specifically am into Barbies and Bratz dolls. So
Yes.
yes. I wouldn't really know. I mean, like, you, you're like the only person in the dog community I really like consider like a sister so far from the fandom. You're one of the only girls I
Absolutely.
really like kiki with on the daily. So
Same. Same.
I'm not really like fully sure. What I will say is that from what I've heard from other competitions, there seems to be a lot of emotions for a doll race. That's what I'll
Yes.
say.
Yes. I'm so glad you just said it because that's exactly like it's so many emotions and it's like everybody gets so personal so quick,
Yeah.
and it's like emotions that I'm not used to. I'm rather still new to dealing with. Because see, in the drag community, it's a little bit different. You have your emotional people, but they don't, I guess, express it as much. If
Yeah.
that makes sense, or they express it differently, maybe I should say.
Yeah.
Because, like, besides emotions, let's just be real. The way that these competitions are run, I feel like a lot of it is bias. I just do. I feel like a lot of these competitions, everybody enters with Rainbow High dolls. Everybody enters with Monster High dolls. Everybody enters with OMG dolls, LOL Surprise dolls, and it's like I love those dolls. I have some of them, but it's not the only dolls that I collect. And I know for a fact that even though a lot of these collectors collect other dolls, when people tend to run DNTMs, maybe because everybody enters with these type of dolls, they tend to just focus on that. And it's kind of like other dolls don't really get the time of day. That's
Yeah.
from what I've experienced as somebody who's done like 5 different DNTMs so far, and I always get eliminated on what I like to call the theme 3 or third week challenge. I never make it either to week 3 or past week 3.
Hmm.
And it's like I kind of understand that my photography isn't the best. I know that it can have a blur. I know that sometimes they claim that it's too much going on in the background. Well, hello, sis. Like, have y'all seen my background? But you know what I'm saying. Like at the end of the day, it's kind of like I feel like people just tend to like what they want to like, and they find reasons not to like other things. And it's not like to me. I feel like a lot of these DNTMs are not open minded.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
feel like they're not really open to all types of doll photography, all types of dolls, all types of doll art.
Yeah.
Like I am running my current newest DNCM because I already have one going on right now, but the one that's doll culture based, the Dolls of the World lady. No, I'm sorry, the Dolls of the World DNCM, which is culture and ethnic based, is non to minimal editing. It's
Hmm.
non elimination until we pick a top 3 and we move on to pick a winner.
Hmm.
And it's a small cast of only 6 people.
Yeah.
And I did that for a reason. And they're only allowed to use integrity dolls, Barbie, or OOAK, which is one of a kind dolls.
Hmm.
Because I feel like somebody has to drive this bus, okay, and
Yeah.
show everybody that someone who is not, or someone who's not using an RH doll, Rainbow High, or Monster High, or any of that, can still have a fair shot in a DNCM and win. I
Yes.
have seen other collectors, no lie Rapunzel, in DNCMs with me that use Barbie, like I do, you know, and literally have stunning looks. I mean, I'm not gonna say like you saw my all black everything look.
Yes. I love that look. One of my
Thank you.
favorites.
Thank you. Tell me why, sis. When I say the only thing that they read me down on was the blur, which was, let's be for real, the blur wasn't even that bad. You could see her face.
Hmm.
You could. I mean, for real, you saw the picture. Could you not see her face? You
Yeah.
don't have
You
to
can
agree
see.
with me. You know what
I
I'm saying?
think you can see her face. Yeah.
Thank you. And then they said that the background was too busy, but it's like I literally gave her like a dressing room setup, like a
Yeah.
studio setup. And other than that, they lived for it because the boots, the thigh highs were made out of cut up doll pants. The
Mm-hmm.
boa I made from a feather boa that I already had all this time. The
Yeah.
bodysuit was a wig cap, sis.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I made all that unglued a shoe to the top of her head as a fascinator, as a full look. I got high critiques, wasn't in the bottom, eliminated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Another DNCM that I was in, Legends. Um, Actually, that was the one that I was booted from. So then there was another DNCM that I did months ago. Elysium's DNCM. Let me say about Elysium, okay? First of all, you want to talk about bias? Forget bias goes out the window. Let's talk about favoritism. It's not always the best look, in my opinion. Again, this is just my opinion. These are opinions, these are not facts. But in my opinion, I wouldn't go live frequently with my best friend if they were competing in my competition and winning 3 weeks in a row. I wouldn't be live talking about the competition that like this person isn't in the competition because they're using a doll, so they're not necessarily showing themselves. And it's kind of like they submitted one of the most racist looks that I have seen since entering this community like almost a year ago. You saw the
Really?
look. You saw the look. Did you not see the look?
I haven't. Which look is it? Maybe you said this to me a while ago and I just forgot. But
It
what
was
was
a
it?
while ago. It was the one with the short blonde hair Barbie doll who had like the sword and the machete, and there was a bunch of dead like black dolls around her.
I did not see that.
I don't even know if I can share it here because we're in StreamYard, but
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
yes,
and like YouTube also. You know how like YouTube would probably get that taken down if we shared it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So I can't show it here, but yes, basically, sis had a blonde hair, blue eye, white doll, and then literally had 3, 4 black dead dolls around
Um.
her in the photo with a machete. They named that not only the high of the week, the winner of the week. I woke up to being eliminated from the competition. Didn't even know because there was only an announcements only chat, which I didn't like because what competition only has an announcements only chat? Normal
Yeah.
competitions have both. Okay, whatever. I woke up to being removed from the chat, and then when I went on there and saw that I was eliminated, they said that I was uncreative, I was untalented. My photo was blurry. It had too much going on in it, and I'm like, literally, I only edited on a background of the woods because it was supposed to be for a horror look. But okay, work. They said I was stuck in my ways, that I'm, untalented, that how could I even expect to win with something like that? And then they named that shit the winner.
It's like it's also in the sense of like we're in 2022. I thought we're progressing from these things, and it's like
Seriously, like, at what point are we going to?
I just wow, completely. It's like it's also a completely different shift from the drag community because I feel like if that happened in our drag community, I have a good feeling it would have
We
gone.
be canceled.
It would get shut down. I think
It
that would get.
would. Come on now. She who will not be named. Others have done some very racist things in the drag community, and people have gotten them damn near, if not canceled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's like in the doll community, as long as it's just we'll say whatever because they literally put up a post and said, "I'm so sorry. As a host of this competition, I allow friendship to affect my decision." So now you're admitting to favoritism.
Yeah.
And then they also said, "Oh, you know what? At the same time, too, I just want to let y'all know that regardless, they're not a racist. They're a good person. Da 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 da. But we allowed this, and we decided to post it, not thinking better of it. First of all, none of y'all are even white, so that's insane. Secondly, the only person of color in the competition was me. You eliminated me, saying all these terrible things about my photo, which I'll also show you that photo afterwards because again, we're not on Instagram, so I can't.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like you decided to eliminate me in such a manner and then name the person with the most racist look the racist photo I've ever seen. Whether it was dolls or not, you knew what you were doing. And you
Yeah.
posted that as a winner?
Yeah.
That's what's
Exactly.
crazy. That's what's crazy. And that's what I don't like. And it's like when I'm vocal about it, then I'm an angry black woman. Then, I'm bitter. I'm this and I'm
It's
not.
just like we had this conversation yesterday about season 10 of Drag Race with the Vixen.
Yep. It's
Like,
the same thing. And it's like, it doesn't. I feel like, why are people so quick to bring it to that level?
yeah.
You know, I should be allowed to be upset about something without being labeled for it.
Exactly. And like I said yesterday, like I'm white. Obviously, I would never ever want to speak over you or step on the toes of anyone who
Right.
is black. But what
And
I will,
my boyfriend is white.
yeah, but what I will say is like as your friend and as your sister, I'm not gonna like let you be a victim of racism like that.
Thank you. And I would never let that happen to you as well.
Uh
You know
huh.
what I'm saying? So it's like I try to do the right thing and I DM this person personally and I was just like, about that look. They proceeded, and yes, I am talking about you at Life in Plastic blog. Okay. They proceeded to want to sit there and say, well, I'm just not here for the censorship. I shouldn't be censored. It wasn't censorship, it was racist.
It was racist.
And this is the problem with people, in my opinion, who I feel, I wouldn't say privileged, but feel entitled or comfortable or feel like, because they have 7,000 followers or whatever it is that you do, that you can do whatever you want and there shouldn't be consequences for it. And it's wrong.
Yeah.
Alicia not only did not issue an apology to me, neither did this person. They blocked me and then went on a fake account and started slandering all my doll photography on my account.
Yeah.
Literally repeating things that me and this person had in a chat, one on one, personally.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say, people. Wake up. Stop doing things behind the scenes. If you have something to say it. Just
Yeah.
because we're all virtual, whatever, we're not all face to face, does not mean that these things do not hurt just as much as if you said this is somebody's face or you
Yeah.
pretend to be fake. Don't smile in my face. Act like you care about me or act like you care about anything that I'm going through because I already talked to Rapunzel. Me and Rapunzel are very close. So she knows my situation about why my backgrounds are cluttered and this and the third. If you don't know me, don't come for me. And before you,
Exactly.
period. You feel me, Rapunzel? And at the end of the day, too, I also want to say in this community, I've encountered a lot of DNTMs and also personal doll collectors at Barbie Doll Mayhem that tend to be very, very nasty and rude when there's no need to be.
Yeah.
Why? Why, if I invite you to do my competition, do you have to say, well, I can't read your graphics and it's going to be hard for people to join? Well, sis, little do you know, I'm only two away from casting, but you know, and it's kind of like that's what I'm trying to say. Well, people jump to a conclusion or a thought or whatever, and it really just comes across to me as pretentious, bougie, very
Yeah.
stuck up. Like I'm open to everybody. The community is supposed to be about. That's why it's called a community,
Yeah.
for everybody to come together and uplift each other and work together. And then it's like you have people who just want to be about themselves, and that's fine. If you want to be about yourself, be about yourself. At the end of the day, I can't tell people how to act or what their personality is. But like I'm a Scorpio, a November 1st Scorpio, day after
Me
Halloween
too.
costume.
Your
Yes.
day. Oh yeah, your birthday's the day after mine.
Your Halloween.
Yeah, I'm Halloween and you're November 1st. Yes.
Sisters. Oh my god, that's right. So you already
Yes.
know you can't do one. We gotta have it. It's like
Yes.
Lisa Frank. You gotta have it. I love it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, especially as a tarot card reader too. Like I know people's personalities, and it's like I'm not here to tell anybody what personality to have. I'm just simply saying, if you make a mistake, own up to it. If if you know what I'm saying, you don't know somebody, give them a chance. Maybe look at their Instagram. Maybe talk to them a little bit, even if you don't, and get to know them before you
Exactly.
automatically start coming for them about this and the third. Like to come for me about graphics is so stupid.
Literally, out of all the things.
Of all things, if you don't want to do the competition, just say you don't want to do it. You're not interested. Like I respect people who say, you know what, I got a lot going on. I got this, that, and the third going on. Or just say, I'm not interested. Because they keep it real. Short and sweet. Boom. Nice to meet you. If you ever change your mind, let you know. Da, 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 da. And you got these people who feel the need to be extra and unnecessary and come for me. Why are you, why?
Yeah. I think that's also something that the dog community and the drag community have in common, as different as they are. That is one thing they do have in common is that
Yes.
some people, I think the main thing is that this goes for every fandom. It doesn't just go for doll or drag or fashion community or lip sync or whatever fandom you're in. This goes for everyone. That you do not know what someone else is going through, and I think every fandom has that issue. You
Yes.
know, every
So quick
fandom
to
has.
judge. Exactly.
every fandom I've ever been in, there has been that issue where you just don't know someone's IRL life. You don't know
Exactly.
what they could be dealing with, you know?
And at the same time, you also don't know what somebody's capable of. Don't let
Exactly.
don't let a couple posts or photos
Uh-huh.
let somebody you know what I'm saying. Don't let that deter you from what somebody can really do.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's another reason why people some people tend to have a problem with me, and it's kind of because I'm not the most polished queen in the world. Obviously, duh. This is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? I don't pretend to be something I'm not. I say this is what I do. I love what I do. I'm improving all the time. Like I told you before yesterday, some feel like I don't deserve the platform that I have. And I strongly disagree. I worked hard for it. You don't have to be the best to
Yeah,
be a mentor, to be a leader, to be an influencer, to inspire people, to help people. You don't have to be the best. There is no such thing as perfect.
exactly.
If we live in a perfect world, well, shit, girl, we wouldn't be having all these problems now, would we?
The other thing about this is that I think people need to wake up and start realizing that there's a fine line between working hard and the Instagram algorithm being on your side.
Wake up, people. Rapunzel just said it. Wake up. Facts. Stop sitting up here and letting pre notions and pre things of somebody doing great photography and this and the third to tell you from what's really going on.
Uh-huh.
What you see on Instagram is not what you always get. And that's to see. Somebody can take great photos and have a horrible personality.
Well, like that's like the perfect example because when you think of it, this is just a random example that comes to mind, but like James Charles just got exposed for being a pedophile. Like
Yep.
you never know.
You don't. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm trying to say. Like, there's so many things that go on. And it's kind of like, I feel like it's getting to a point where people just want to pick and choose what they're upset about or what they want to come for. You know what I'm saying? It's to a point now where everybody is touchy and feely and sensitive over literally the most craziest things. Like, I even had somebody early on in Doll season 4, because you know me, I judge promos in my competition.
Yeah,
Now, I just want to put it out there. I don't judge them to eliminate you. No, I judge them to give you an idea of how I feel so far you are as either a collector, a drag queen, a makeup artist, or whatever competition I'm running.
yeah,
That's to let you know that, hey, we see you. You know what I'm saying? That's also to help you to know what to expect in the competition.
yeah.
I literally have had people who have left because they were upset about critiques they got in a promo, which is insane. One person left and said, "This isn't fun." Literally got salty. Literally had a friend of theirs attack me on my page. I'm like, "Here we go. We could have just talked about this in private DM." And then they're in the chat like, "Am I the drama?" Yeah, you are. Like, you're creating a scene. Your person is getting messy. You're making a competition like messy, like, because you're upset about getting an 8 out of 10.
Was that on Makeup Monster?
No,
Oh,
that was
really?
in Doll season 4. Oh,
Oh,
Makeup Monster, honey. That's a Makeup Monster season 2 was a monster, and
yeah.
not and not in a good way, and not in a good way. It turned into it started out a whole different mess. I'm just glad we got through it, and I'm actually taking my time before I even do a season 3.
Well, I'm proud
Trust
of you.
me. Thank
I'm
you.
I'm proud of you for like just like pushing through it because obviously as someone who was on the cast, I'm not gonna I know we're how do I say this? I'm not gonna get messy with anyone on that cast because realistically, I don't think anyone on that cast list is a bad person. I think it was a lot of strong personalities that were not fit to be in an environment together.
Agreed. 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 Absolutely, I agree. And I'm not even gonna say any names because there are a lot of people in that were in that competition that I truly care about.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I pick and choose what I want to say, but I do think that it was just a clash of personalities. And
exactly.
I mean, a lot of strong queens were in there. You're absolutely right. When I really sit back and think about it, it was a lot of strong queens in there.
Yeah,
And, it was just kind of like when you put too many chiefs and not enough Indians together, that's what's going to happen. And what I mean by that is just there's too many leaders and not enough players, you know. But, it happens. We got through season 2, thank goodness.
we
And
got through it.
we got through it. And so, season 3 will be back. Now, as far as dolls, let's go into another
Yeah,
subject. Can we
yes.
talk about why is everybody going nuts for these shadow high dolls?
Okay, I want to. Yeah, okay. I need to address this too because I, in my opinion, um, think that people are so obsessed with Rainbow High, Shadow High, Mermaid High, all of that. I think they're all obsessed with it because they're expensive.
Yep. I think I have to agree with you on that. I do. I do. I mean, even the Pennywise Monster High doll is like $400, $500, and people get it, and that's cute. I personally am not going to spend $400 or $500 on a doll. I'm just not. Even if I didn't have kids, I don't think I could, unless I really got it like that. Like life is such a struggle all by itself. $400, that's my car payment plus my car insurance a month. Because my car is financed, and it's kind of like people will go out and spend it on a doll, and it's like, listen, I'm not mad at you. More power to you. But I feel like the more and more people who, like you said, go out and buy these very expensive dolls, the more and more, in a sense, and it's not all of them, it's not all of y'all, but it's some of y'all get to a point where y'all ego gets
True.
here because
True.
you have the most expensive dolls because you take the greatest photography, and it's like, come on now, y'all. There are thousands of y'all, if not more, doing the same thing.
And it's
Yeah.
also like it's not
Mhm.
making any difference. It's not like like you can do the same thing you can do on a $50 Rainbow High doll that you can do on a $15 Barbie doll. Like look,
It's so true.
like this. I'm still working on it. It's not the best, but I'm constructing. You could do this on any doll.
Yes, you can't look. Literally, I'm so glad you're even bringing that in here. So let me show you some of the stuff that I have made non-sewing on Barbies. I don't even make clothes for my Rainbow High or Monster High dolls. They're pretty much just collectibles. I don't touch them, and I love my Monster High. That's what I started off collecting. Before I really got into Barbie. But it's kind of like, and I'm gonna get more Monster High and all that. But it's kind of like I get the other ones because they tend to be expensive. This is, I don't have the hat, but this is a dress I made for Witching Wednesday look. I just wanted her to have like a spooky witches Google Eye type of look.
Uh-huh.
The cape is from my Fortune Day dolls that I just tied around the waist. And she had a witch's hat. I'll show you another one. Like, it's not, like you said, it's not hard to do. Another Witching Wednesday look where she had the witch hat at one point. Because I'm sure it's somewhere around here behind my dolls. I just got to find it. The shoes, I bought a thing of shoes to put on different dolls. And look, this is all just hot glue, girl. This ain't even sewn. It's coutured. She's got a belt. You can do this on any doll. And I don't even spend, nor do you, as much as these people spend on dolls.
Yeah.
And look at some of the looks that you're constructing now. Look at some of the looks that I have come up with, that I've created for months, girl. Months.
Yeah.
Months. Like, no lie. Look, one of the ones, very first one I ever made. And
Yeah.
you see the progress. And that's just messing with fabrics and hot glue.
Yeah, exactly. Like this was made out of a. I mean, like I said, she's not perfect yet, but this was made out of
Neither is mine.
This was made out of a GameStop bag I found in my room.
Work. I love it. So what are you using to hold that together?
What I did actually was, because I was out of hot glue, so I pretty much made this silhouette out of the GameStop bag and then cut the bottom of it.
Nice.
And what I did was I took the extra fabric, not the extra fabric, the extra plastic from the GameStop bag and tied it around the back.
Smart. I've done that.
Yeah,
I've done that. Look. Oh, let me show you. You know what? I'm so glad because this is perfect time for me to show you that, like you said, you could do this. And if you think that you want to get creative, hold up. First of all, this is a 2-foot doll. The biggest doll I own. And every Wednesday, I make her a different outfit. Every Wednesday or Friday, easily. Look what I did. I took, no lie, felt paper, girl. This type of paper. This is the material, which you would see in an arts and crafts store, 99-cent store, or a daycare. And I made her a panty, like as a, bathing suit.
Word.
I made her a yellow top. I have a ribbon lace. This isn't even hot glue. This is just wrapped around with a little matching neck choker type thing. And then she's got on her swimsuit cover up, which is a splatter rainbow for pride. Sis is ready to be slayed on the beach, and her hair is up and curled because I use products for the hair. And that's it. You know what's funny? When I see other people take pictures of this doll on Instagram, she always has on the outfit that she came out the box with.
Yeah.
I haven't seen, and I'm not saying nobody hasn't, because I'm sure somebody has, but I have not seen anybody on Instagram yet make outfits for this big doll.
Yeah.
So anything's possible. Ooh, Rapunzel.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you, I don't know if you noticed yet or not, but I'm a style hair collector.
Oh, work.
I have like 6. My stepdaughter had 2, but they had broke.
Hmm.
So, maybe if she's still into it, I don't know if she is, but if she's still into it, we can get her more. But look, girl.
I love, I love those because they remind me so much of wig heads. That's why I love them.
Okay. Why do you think I love them?
Yeah,
Like, yo,
literally.
girl, I kid you not. Ever since I started collecting styling doll heads, my wig styling has gotten so much better.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
Literally, I don't know if you ever. I meant to ask you that a while ago. I was like, have you ever noticed that when I started doing that, this started happening?
Yeah, yeah.
I love it, and you know what? I'm glad you're here because I'm gonna give you a one-on-one tutorial
Okay.
on how to do different doll hairstyles with this. So it's awesome, and I just want to say I'm so glad that you're here with me because you truly are one of the people I'm so closest to.
You too. Love you.
I love you. Like I could talk to you all day, every day, more than anybody else. Like
Um,
I'll just randomly DM you and be like, "So and so's an idiot." You'd be like, "Oh, what happened?" I'm like, "Whew, she's here
you
for me."
spill the tea,
Okay.
you know? Right. Girl, I always know that if I'm having a bad day or I just need to vent or we just need to like talk shit, you're always a girl I can kick you with.
Always, always.
Yeah.
We can do it live. We can do it on GC call. We can do it whenever. Like it don't even matter. Like we just gonna talk. We gonna kiki. Now on the topic of talking shit. Um, on the
Here we
topic
go.
of talking shit, there has been some crazy shit going on as well in both communities. We're
Mhm.
gonna get into the dolls in the jar. Okay, so besides touchy feely, what's up with this extra amount of trolling? I would like to know. There seems to be a lot of trolls that are coming up from under the bridge, coming for everybody and the mama. Um, it seems like there are wars going on in not just DNCMs because as you know, I'm in several.
Mhm.
Um, so I won't say the person's name because they're not an adult, but somebody in a competition who's running a DNTM
Mhm.
literally literally got upset because they thought there was too much chatter going on in another chat, so they left the chat. And then so like it was just too much chatter, it was too much noise. It's like okay, cool. And then they went in the other chat and started talking about it. I was like, what the hell? And they started getting messy. And I was like, see, here we go. That's what I don't like. They started going on and on and on and on because I was simply trying to help them stick to a theme.
Mhm.
Like if I tell you to give me, for example, best frog doll look, don't give me a bunny look. That's not what I asked for. That's not on theme. And then get upset when you don't win.
Yeah.
Because child confessionals get scared, get real.
Mhm.
Now, let me ask you a question, Rapunzel. How do you feel about these Shadow High dolls, the twins, the one that has the bubble gum in its mouth?
Honestly, I don't. Okay, here's the honest.
Mm-hmm.
Someone was calling me. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay. I mean, no opinion really. They're
Hey,
just kind
babe.
of there. They're,
Yeah, I'm for one. I'm not a fan of Shadow High because of the Oh, can you hear me? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh, well, I think they'll be back in a minute. Am I have to send them another invite, or can they just join? I'm not sure. Let me see if I can send them another invite. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so I don't know what just happened, but I'm sure you guys are gonna watch this later on replay. Oh, here she is. What happened?
So my friend called me, and then I hung up, and then we were good, and she tried FaceTiming me, and
Ah,
then
okay.
I broke up.
No,
Um,
no, no. Friend will be there at 9:30. 9:30. No
yeah.
worries. You know. But yes, um, I'm not a fan of this grayscale on Shadow High. I'm not a fan. I don't understand why everybody is going nuts for these grayscale dolls. Um, they're just a bit underwhelming to me, and that's just my personal opinion. They're not for me.
Yeah.
No, no shade to anybody who collects them. If you love them, you love them. It's not for me. I can't see myself getting one. The only ones that I do like are the twins, Naomi and Veronica, the one that has a bubble gum in her mouth, because I feel like they have the most colors to them out of all of them.
Yeah.
And as you can see, I'm a person who likes colors, so you know,
Yes.
you know what I'm saying. That's how I feel about that. I'm like, okay, but like you said, I really do stick to what you said about everybody just really want them because they're expensive. I think that everybody likes the more expensive dolls, and the Barbara Extra Fancy that I sent you those pictures of, girl, those are totally affordable. I cannot, when I say I cannot wait, I
Uh-huh.
cannot wait to get those dolls. I already spoke to my mama. She still got the Amazon account. I just got to slide her the cash. It's all good. Like,
Yeah.
I am getting those dolls. Like that wish list that I sent you. That's me right there. That is
Right. Yes.
Barbie B and BRB, all that. I can't wait. So now let me show you how to do a little something with a styling head. This styling head, I'm pissed. I ain't gonna lie. I spent $90 for this, and it's not even worth it. I was like, why? And it's like I couldn't find her anyplace else for cheaper, but I had to have her because she's a color reveal styling head.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna show you. So basically, I take a hair clip and I pull back some, and this is just the start. I pull back some, so you see I have some up, and this is very basic styling. Do you know how to braid?
Oh yeah.
Oh yes, queen. Okay. So when you clip it up, and you could do this, and I'm just showing you the same thing I'm doing on this giant head. You can do it on a regular doll. You can do it on the doll that you have now.
Yeah.
Um. So when you let me put this back a little bit. Can you see that a little bit more, like a little bit better, because my name's like all in the way and stuff.
Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
Okay. All right. Cool. So what I like to do is I'm gonna take sections and I'm going to braid. A matter of fact, I'm gonna take this and I'm just gonna braid it into two pigtails. Ooh, ooh. The only thing about this hair, girl, it's kind of like doll hair. It gets matted so easily.
Yes.
Yes, like oh my gosh, like I see why people make so many TikToks and videos of them shampooing doing doll hair because it really is a process. Like I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, like why is it gotta be all that? So I'm gonna take it into three sections like this,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna tilt it, and I'm just gonna let's see. I'm braiding. I'm loose braiding,
Mm-hmm.
and when you do it, you want to make sure it's tight because you're gonna have to put like at least a scrunchie on the end to keep it intact. If you don't add something to the end of it, the braid's gonna come loose, especially because these are thicker braids. So I'm braiding it this down to the end, and then bam, I have a pigtail,
Oh yeah. There.
right?
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna braid that down. I'm not gonna tie the ends. I'm just telling you that like that's what you should do. If you want to maintain the hairstyle, because I know
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna change this hairstyle again. So I'm just gonna braid it for now to show you how I do it. And not tonight because time's gonna be running out soon. But when we do this again next Thursday,
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you how to do makeup on a doll.
Oh, okay. So I was actually gonna ask you about that. So I'm glad. I was literally gonna ask you.
Yes. Okay. Work. You want to know how to do it?
Sure. Why not?
You know what? I got time. We got till 9:30. I got you. We talked a lot of Kiki and T.
Right.
Girl, all right. So let me take a doll that has a big enough face that I can kind of create something on. So this is a Ever After High doll.
Mm-hmm.
Got this from eBay and a lot. You know what lots are, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool. So like, they came with like 6 or 8 of them for like I think $25 or something like that, $30.
Mm-hmm.
Um, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna work with some face paints because it's the easiest. I kid you not, the easiest thing to put on a doll when doing their makeup. Fast, easy, ready to go.
Uh-huh.
Let me see where I put that makeup. Oop, hold on a second. Nunley, do me a favor there. Can you give me that face paint and those brushes right there? Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right, I'm back. So, thank you. I'm gonna take face paint and I'm gonna take brushes. And what you gotta do just with the face paint, especially like with makeup, is always wash your brush when you're done. I tend not to, which is a mistake, but it's so important.
Yeah.
So take an angle brush or a brush that's more like this. I will like this. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use pink to start with. No, so I'm gonna try to do this on camera so you can see it because for some reason it's off on my laptop. But I'm gonna turn it this way and just stroke up. You know who actually showed me how to do this? I kid you not. Dollish Depictions, who won season 3 of my doll competition, like literally a couple months ago, back in April, showed me how to do this.
Oh, cool. That's nice.
So look, basically what I did is I took pink and I just gave her eyeshadow.
Oh, nice. That looks really good too. That looks like realistic.
Thank you. Um, and you're gonna want to get yourself, if you're using face paints especially, or even makeup, because the skin it sticks. Get
Mm.
yourself some pure acetone. But
Yeah.
be careful because depending on how you wipe it, you can take up the entire doll's face. If that happens, I can show you how to put on a new face. It looks almost realistic
Yeah. Yeah.
because sometimes it does happen.
I did have a question for you while we're doing this because I think
Sure.
that this is probably the most I wouldn't say talked about, but it's a very talked about thing within almost every fandom. I'd say.
Okay.
Um, what is your opinion on the current kind of war between the fashion race community and the drag race community?
Honestly, I feel like it's stupid.
Yeah.
I really do. I feel like it's unnecessary. I feel like here we go again with a clash of personalities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, drag for me isn't all about fashion. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? To me, if it was all about fashion, I'd be a glamour queen, with the sparkling ball gowns and all that. I feel like, why can't people just like what they like,
Mm-hmm.
and stay in their lane? Like, why does everybody have to constantly come for each other about something this and that? And it's like, at the end of the day, none of this is facts. It's all opinions.
Uh-huh.
The one community is not better than the other. Just like drag isn't better than dolls, dolls ain't better than drag. Everybody likes what they like, and they're entitled to like what they like, and they need to just learn to keep it that way.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to become a big problem, a big scandal, a big this and the third, because again, it's always miscommunication because everything is done through, text or whatever, maybe even sometimes GC calls, but it's kind of like this war that's going on between the fashion community and the drag community is stupid. Just like this, bias or whatever's going on between the doll community and the drag community is dumb. To
Yeah.
anybody who is a doll collector and a drag queen, that's 2 times the power.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like, to me, we deserve just as much respect as people who are solely doll collectors.
Yeah.
We're all artists in some way, shape, or form. If you can, look, I just put makeup on her to give her an added effect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you can put makeup on a doll and create a face and customize them and reroute their hair and all that, it doesn't make you any better or any more talented to somebody that can't do that. Drag queens, we can switch wigs, we can glue them down, we can, it's everybody is talented.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And I feel like everybody just has to find a reason to come at each other for something because people live for drama and that's what keeps us striving. It's like, girl, I'm
I'm
not
not
today,
bothered.
ma'am. Yeah,
I'm too unbothered for the drama nowadays. Honestly, I
I
just
really am. I'm too busy working, having like 3 careers, including
yeah
this, and it's kind of like I don't got time to go back and forth about stupid stuff. It's
yeah
like, it's you don't like me, that's fine. Like one thing I want to put out there that really bothers me is I feel like people also know what they're doing to get under people's skin and push people's buttons.
uh-huh.
Like, I hate when somebody goes on my page under a comment to say something nasty and shady.
Yeah
You could DM me that. If I'm not doing that to you, don't do that to me. That is one of the most disrespectful things that I've seen people doing a lot lately.
Hmm.
And I've had like 3 or 4 different people do that to me within the last like month or so. And
Yeah.
I'm like, for what? You know, so like you seen the screenshots. I sent them to you. You
Yeah.
know, and it's
Yeah, I
kind of
have
like,
seen.
what's the issue? You know what I'm saying? What's the problem?
Yeah.
You know, you don't like my graphics, or you're upset about your promo being judged, or it's like, okay, you can DM me. And this is
Yeah.
what I'm saying about people trying to go out of their way to make people look bad. Why are people trying to make them look bad? What did I do to you
Uh-huh.
that you're so angry at me all of a sudden, and you know you want to come for me? And I'm trying to believe that it's not because I did anything. It's because some people just think the way that they think, and it's like people have a problem, I guess, with again me having such a huge platform and such an influence in dual communities. You know, I have influence in different communities with different talents. You know, makeup, drag, doll, jewelry. You know, fashion. If I wanted to get into it, you know,
Yeah.
podcast hosting. Like I am that bitch. You know, and it's kind of like you can respect it or you can keep it moving.
I
You know.
think that
Hmm.
yeah. I think people don't understand too that like if you're just respectful to people, you don't realize how many opportunities it will open up for you.
Facts, big facts. And that's the problem with a lot of people. And you know, I am somebody who do believe, you know, who does believe in second chances,
Uh-huh.
but it really depends on the situation. I
Yeah.
don't give everybody a second chance, you know, um, and that's because people can go real left real quick, and then they'll go back and look on my pages and be like, "Oh wow, she really is like, oh wow, she's doing this. Oh wow, I could have had it. Yeah, you could have." But it's like rather than handle the situation like an adult, which let's be for real, it ain't just kids; it's adults too that act like less than adults.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get messy and you want to come for me and you want to be defensive. You want to go back and forth about why you're upset about this. Like, I'm sorry if you're upset. Nothing I ever do is to be personal to anybody. It's really not.
Yeah.
I personally love drag. I personally love dolls, but I'm not gonna go on the attack on everybody and their mama and get nasty with every single person and tell them how to run this and how to run that. And that's another thing people need to stop doing. I understand that a lot of us run competitions, but you have to know your place. Like if I'm in your competition, Rapunzel, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I can't tell you how to run your competition.
Exactly.
I can
Exactly.
either do the competition or I can leave.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like people need to have that same mindset. Be respect like it's just common sense. Be
Exactly.
respectful to the judges, to the host, whatever competition. If you don't agree with somebody, you can DM me personally. You want to DM my judges? That's up to you. I can't stop you, but you can DM me personally. I've had people who have been so upset about critiques that they have made my judges feel uncomfortable. They have made me feel uncomfortable. They'll go straight to the page and leave unnecessary commentary that I didn't delete when people are like, no, leave it because it makes me look bad. Yeah, but it also makes me look bad.
Yeah. And I think people don't realize that it's really at the end of the day, like just it's just it doesn't define you. Like
No, it doesn't.
I placed low every single week on Makeup Monster except for one, and I didn't let that define me, and
No,
I
you
understand
didn't.
it. It was
Yeah.
fair, and I know that.
And
And
that's why I said I would take your attitude over many of these collectors or drag artists because you stay positive. You know that it's like, you know what? It ain't the end of the world
mhm,
and I'm getting
exactly.
better. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And that's what matters. Like same thing in the DNTM. You've been low, but you have not complained. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Versus somebody who has had win after win after win, or wins here and there, or whatever, expecting this and the third, and they don't get it, and then you want to get shit in the confessionals. Well, I wanted this, and I understand, but it
Mhm.
didn't happen. It's kind of like the same thing. Like, and it's funny because the same person that will do that will be the same person that'll come for me in Jack's Fire and be like, "Oh well, you da, 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 in Jack's Fire." Yes, I learned my lesson in drag competitions when I did TVs, and when I
Yeah.
did Sorry Season 13, and when I did drag collectibles, and when I did other drag competitions. I'm in the Turbulence Trials right now.
Yeah.
I realize that I cannot control what these judges are going to think about me. The only thing I can do is give my very best that I can. So
Yeah.
to anybody who might be watching this later on, I just want you to know that anything that I do is not personal to anybody. If I'm
Yeah.
upset about not winning, if I'm upset about not doing good, that's because I'm beating myself up
Yeah.
over it. You know what I'm saying? Because who doesn't want to win? Who doesn't want to be high and stuff? You know what I'm saying? Of course, but at the end of the day, you move on, you get over it within a day or two, and you come back even harder, like I did with that mummy look.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what
And
I'm saying?
for
Mm-hmm.
ex- there are so many other factors to being upset about being at the bottom. It's not just because someone may not agree with what the judges said. Like, for example, I was bottom. I had to lip sync for my life this week on Turbulence Trials, and I did stay, and I'm lucky for that. And
Yes.
the thing is, I don't want people to think I'm upset because I was in the bottom or because like I disagree with the judging because it was fair. I was upset because I had to lip sync against Giraffes and Azrael, and I love them. I like them both a lot.
Yeah.
I was upset
Well,
because
Giraffes is my drag mom, so I understand. I
exactly.
understand. Yes, I
I,
understand.
I like both of them. I didn't want to go up against either of them,
Absolutely.
and I was upset because not because of the judges' critiques, but because I felt disappointed in myself. You know.
Absolutely.
And even though I did stay, and I'm thankful for that, I think that's something people need to understand that if you are upset to be at the bottom, like
Let me have my feelings.
exactly, yeah,
Like I'm even gonna say it because I love him to pieces, but like even when I try to explain myself sometimes to Calypso, it's kind of like he just keeps going to the makeup. Like, oh well, girl, if you contour and this and that, like you would be happy about your drag. No, I have no issues with my makeup. My makeup is one of the things I actually love the most about getting into drag. I do not claim to be a makeup artist or a professional, obviously, but I am happy with what I do and the progress that I'm making. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't need to have my makeup up to here and contoured and all that to be a drag queen. I just don't. I don't. I can be who I am, especially with the way that drag and makeup has changed so much
yeah,
over time. You know
mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Everybody else can paint like that if they want to. I am a whole nother level by myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And it's kind of like if I don't want to do that, or I'm just not at a place to do that right now, then let that be me. I can't say somebody else might not pay my mug and do that for me, and I might look snatched. That's great, but when I pay my own mug, this is what I'm comfortable with. And at the end of the day, nobody really is critiquing me in drag competitions about my makeup. You know what I'm saying? When I join a makeup competition, that's another thing. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But of course, I gotta expect that. But the only critique I've had about so far, honestly, in any drag competition I've done is I've only had two critiques on my makeup ever, and it was always that I just couldn't see enough of it.
yeah,
It was never that I need to be contoured. It was never enough that I need to be snatched. It was, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I feel like not that Calypso doesn't understand me, because Calypso is one of my very close friends. He completely, they completely understand me. But I feel like they're trying to push a certain ideal on me that I don't agree with.
yeah,
I don't think that I need to step my makeup up in order to be happier doing drag. It's like sometimes I do question, do I still want to be a drag queen? Because it's kind of like, I know that it does get to a point where I am literally put into a box of just being an AFAB camp queen, and some people don't see the progress that I make. But
yeah.
I'm also at a point now and getting to a point where no matter what the fuck people see, I'm proud of what I've done. And I'm proud of everything that I've done.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm proud of everything that I'm doing. I'm proud of the people who are with me. I'm proud of the platform that I have. I'm not going to let no Tiffany Hilton or anybody or Penny Lane or anybody take it from me. Whether it's in the doll community or the drag community, you can't take away my talents and my skills. Only I
Yes.
can do that because I'm the one who possesses these talents and these skills.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It takes India to be Lady Kamikaze, period.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, let me do what I do and let me work because I promise you I will surprise you. Like, again, I did with that mummy look. Nobody was expecting that. That's
Yes.
not drag I've done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got a lot of it's cute, it's cute, it's cute. No, it's creepy.
It's
That is some
creepy.
Dragula shit right there. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
it's kind of like I didn't wear a wig. I totally stepped outside the box. And this is the things I'm saying that it's like I agree completely with what you and Dahlia were saying. And it's like I didn't mean for Calypso to get upset about it, but that's how I felt. I am improving, and I do feel like I agree with you and Dahlia that I am overlooked a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like it is what it is.
Yeah.
What can I do about it? Times where I've been safe, I should have been high, and times when I'm high, let's just before I should have won. But it's like I can't control what other people think.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like I just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually I'm gonna get what I want. I mean, shit, I ain't gonna lie, I already got what I want.
Yeah.
I found this community. I found everything that I wanted from it. I'm doing amazing in here. And I am somebody who is smart enough to know what I'm doing, and how I'm doing. And I think you can agree that I'm a great mentor. I'm a great drag mom. I'm a great friend. I'm there for everybody always, and I'm running an amazing platform. And I'm true to people, and I care about people, and I take time on my day to check on them, make sure they're good, make sure that they're. I motivate people like, girl, I done got orgasms to become a doll collector.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got orgasm to become a doll collector. I got you to become a doll collector. I got Calypso to become a doll collector. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying? Like we really are changing things in the game. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like people need to wake up and realize that and stop just looking at somebody at face value and look at their talents.
Yeah.
Stop looking at everything that I just post and critiquing, or it's not just judges, it's people too. Oh, your wigs are busted. Oh, your makeup's busted. Oh, you're this. Oh, you're that. Okay, cool. But I have all this and you don't.
Yeah.
And I have all this because I've worked to got all this to get
Yeah.
all that. But
Yeah.
with my mug being the way that it is,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
that's how I feel. That's how I feel. I am somebody who is the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Like I root for the underdog. I am the underdog. I'm still a baby queen. I
Mhm.
have not been doing this 5 years. I've been doing this for a year and a half. And look at what I've done in a year and a half, Rapunzel.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I love it when queens like me and you thrive in competitions, because I do feel like it's us, like me and you, I
It is.
feel like we have been overlooked in races before.
We have. We have. And that's why when you were doing good in any competition, I placed you high. You know what I'm saying? Like I've given you the fair critiques because I look for it. I'm not just here to be like, I don't like this, I don't like that. When I look at looks, I don't look for what I don't like about it. I really look for what I do like about it.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people judge the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then they'll take something, and again, this is just my opinion, but they will take something that either is not on theme
Mhm.
or okay, yeah, work, and they'll place it high. Like what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, Legends DNTM. I'm gonna take it back to the dog competition. They legitimately eliminated me with that fierce look that you love, the black look,
Yeah.
and said that they had a problem with the blur. But did you see who won? Remember I said who won for the week? That blurry ass photo with a pink skirt. How is a theme called all black everything and sis is wearing a pink skirt? Like, is it me? Am
Mhm.
I missing the point here?
Mhm. Yeah, I see
It
that for sure.
wasn't even a good photo.
Mhm.
Agree or
Yeah.
disagree? What did you
I
think of the photo, honestly?
I agree. I agree with you for sure. I mean, like, I don't know. I just don't think it really fit the categories. That's no hate to the person. I don't know who it
At
was.
all. It was no hate to you. I don't remember who it was. There's no hate to you if you watch this later. It was not at all. It's just I feel like in a competition, not everybody is meant to run competitions because they're not run fairly, and people want to like what they like. Don't name the theme all black everything, and then allow somebody wearing a neon pink skirt with plaid to win. I don't understand this.
Yeah.
I just said all black everything, not all black with a little this, that, and the third.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
With
You
that
know,
that being said, unfortunately, I personally do have to head out now. I have to go downstairs. But it
that's
was
fine.
so
I'm,
nice
it's
talking to
about
you.
that time. It's almost 9:30 anyway, so it's about that time. And of course, girl, next Thursday, same time.
Yes.
I'm gonna. You seen the little doll makeup? You seen this and third? We're gonna be talking about a whole new brand of subjects. We'll see what pops up in between then and them. You know.
Yes.
And maybe if we have time, we can do this twice a day and do one of these and one on Instagram. We will definitely get some
That
watch.
could be fun. Um,
Okay.
all right. And with that being said, I just want to say that anyone watching or anyone who will watch later, if you want to support us, you can support us on Instagram, or you can support Kamikaze on Direct Safari and soon to be Turbulence Trials, and me on the Turbulence Trials. So,
Yes, and don't forget to follow at the Lady of Dolls Doll Museum, at Little Lady of Dolls DNTM, Makeup and Dolls of the World DNTM, House of Kamikaze, Camp Kamikaze Official, hashtag Dolls Up Thursdays. Y'all know I'm in every competition out there. You will see me.
uh-huh.
That's all y'all do. So it's not like I'm going anywhere. I'm everywhere. Love you all. Have a good Thursday and good night.
Good night. Thank you
Bye.
so much for having me.
Of course, girl. Well, you my co-host. See you next week, girl.
Yes, love you.
Love
Bye.
you too. Bye.